Hey guys, and welcome to eVegas 2017. It's fantastic to see you all here and to be on stage again in such an amazing city for the biggest eVegas ever. Usually when God and I arrive on stage to welcome you all to Vegas, it's kind of usually with a little bit more fanfare and a little bit more humor too. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But before we do, in light of recent events, we want to set spaceships aside a little and talk a bit about community and what it means to belong to one. When the eVegas team woke up and we heard about the terrible news surrounding the Mandalay Bay attack that happened on Sunday evening, it took a few hours to even find the words to describe what we were feeling. We can't even start to imagine how the residents of Vegas were feeling at the time and how they're feeling now. Along with the rest of the world, we watched all the footage that spread across the internet, and we just really had no words for it. But then in the aftermath, we all saw something that started to emerge, something familiar and something really, really heartwarming. We heard stories of bravery, stories of strangers coming to each other's help and aid, stories of people shielding each other from danger, footage and reports of queues that were hours long to donate blood. We saw more than $3 million raised in a day by a single crowdsourcing campaign. What we saw was the citizens of Las Vegas and the citizens of the USA coming together. We saw the power of community. In times like these, it's super important for communities to rally together and to find strength by supporting each other in every way they can, no matter what interests they have. It's been incredible to see the residents of Vegas come together over the course of the last few days. And we're deeply honored to be able to host one of the biggest events in our calendar in such an amazing city. Before we move on to the main program for Vegas 2017, once again, we'd like to offer our deepest sympathies and condolences to the families and friends of those lost during the events on Sunday evening. And we'd also like to wish a speedy recovery to all those who were injured. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who's been affected by this. We'd like to ask that both at home and here, you join us in observing a moment of silence. Thanks, guys. So while we talk a little bit more, we'd like to leave this slide on the screen. And this slide lists a big, nice long list of all the places in Vegas that you can currently donate blood. For reference, Las Vegas United Blood Services on Charleston, the one at the top of the list here, is the closest to the link if you're staying here for eVegas. But please be aware, many of these sites have huge queues to donate blood. Some are turning people away, so you should call ahead and book an appointment if you want to give blood over the next few days. Remember also that giving blood does affect you. So remember also to drink responsibly and take alcohol consumption into account if you do decide to donate blood. It's funny, but it's also super serious. And yeah, if you've been drinking, they're not going to let you give blood, so bear that in mind. You can also visit bloodhero.com as well if you want to register and donate blood. Thanks to Catherine Seelans from r/Eve for that information. It's really useful to us.
It's really cool.
And thank you to the entire EVE Online community for the unbelievable response you've shown in support of victims of the attack. Since the news broke, we've been inundated with queries, requests about how eVegas attendees can help, what you guys can do. And it's incredible to see that no matter what happens and no matter how you guys mess around with each other in game, we see such a huge positive community reaction to such a terrible event. As part of a drive to assist the victims of the attack and their families, we're happy to announce that alongside our regular charity drive at eVegas, this year we're also setting another target of $5,000. Every dollar that we raise for the Able Gamers charity this year will be matched by CCP in a second pot until we hit our target of $5,000. This pot will then be donated to the Las Vegas Victims Fund set up by Steve Sisolak, the chairman of the Clark County Commission, and Sheriff Joe Lombardo of the LV MPD. We also highly encourage anyone who'd like to donate to this, just outright, to head to the GoFundMe page and pledge whatever you can, because there's some people out there that really need it right now. The EVE Online community is a massive force for good, and this is what Vegas is all about. It's about community, it's about support, engagement, and knowing that you belong to something special, something absolutely awesome, and that's why we're all in this room. When news of this attack reached the shores of Iceland, we made the decision that the best thing we could do to honor those lost and injured was to do what Vegas does best. Move forward, stay positive, and entertain with the most kick-ass show that we can put together. So with that in mind, you guys ready to talk about spaceships? Yeah? Good. We're really, really happy to be back in Vegas for the 6th eVegas.
Yeah.
And we're hoping that we're going to have a really epic weekend of all things internet spaceships. And to celebrate a little more, for those of you who sat over in social rather than being able to cram into this room, sorry guys, but the guys out there are all enjoying free beers right now. You guys will be able to pick some up later. This clicker
we
is.
lost the room. I think we lost.
Yeah, you just lost the room. Also, my clicker's a bit terrible, so you'll have to bear with me. We're hoping that this year as well, we're going to add more awesome memories and shenanigans to the amazing history that Vegas has built over the last 6 years. It's been fantastic to come here time and time again, and to see this grow from a small event that was ran by a few players into something absolutely incredible and massive too.
It's really gained a life of its own.
Yeah, my clicker is really fundamentally broken at this stage, so just got to keep clicking. Yeah, keep clicking, you know. Hey, I like it. So, for the last few years, we've shown you a slide similar to this, where we've said this year's eVegas is the biggest ever. We've said it's crazy, and you guys keep making this more epic every year. This year, the math actually made our brains hurt, to be quite frankly. It was absolutely insane. I'm like clicking like 5 times before this thing works. And we can't actually fit everything on one slide this year, so you're going to have to bear with us while we run through it. Before we'd even finished the closing ceremony of FanFest 2017, the first batch of eVegas tickets were gone. More than 250 of them just sold out like that. We got out of the closing ceremony and it was like, well, okay, I guess you guys really want to come to Vegas again. So, you know, we went out and we did a hell of a lot of celebrating. This was God at the closing ceremony. He got quite drunk, I believe.
Yeah, it was just
that
about
night.
that, you know. It's just like, had to throw a party.
Yeah, you know, you just pop the suitcase out and the party appears.
Exactly.
So yeah, we want to look at who we have this year and who's with us. So we have a group of countries, Gibraltar, New Zealand, Romania, Russia, and Saudi Arabia, who have one attendee here with us. Yeah. And then we have Belgium, Denmark, the Dominican Republic, Spain, Puerto Rico, and Singapore, who all have 2 attendees with us. Yeah. And Ireland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden, who have 3 attendees. Technically, there's a few more Icelanders, but we didn't count ourselves, so, you know.
Yeah, it would be cheating, you know.
And, of course, 6 attendees from both Germany and the Netherlands. Where we were surprised this year was that we have 13 Aussies. G'day, fellas.
Yep.
And we have 28 of my fellow countrymen from the UK. Where are you guys at? Put your hands up. Good to see you.
Yeah.
We also have 39 Canadians who've come south of the border. Guys have come down to see what all the fuss is about.
So are we counting US states?
And check that out. USA! 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 It's good to see so many of you guys turn up.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Glad you could make it.
Yeah, no shit. It's a bit further away for us, though. So it's pretty insane, but you guys have blown past an incredible eVegas landmark with 1,000 capsuleers here for this year's party in Sin City. We cannot thank you guys enough for the amazing support you show this event. It's unbelievable. And year on year, it just keeps getting more and more awesome. Yeah. And this year, of course, we sold out. Yeah, you know. I know another guy who sold out recently, but let's not go there. Oh! Sorry I had to do it. All right, pipe down, pipe down. So to celebrate this, there's a code in everyone's Vegas gift bag which allow you guys to redeem 3 brand new Corpus Edge skins for the Incursus, the Thorax, and the Megatron.
So you'll find the code on the card. So go and redeem it for a blasting impression.
Over to you, man.
Thanks. How do I do this? Click here.
Yeah, click here.
I should know. All right, so, welcome to everyone from me too. This is fantastic. It's good to see everybody. I've been having a lot of good talks with everybody around, and even yesterday when I was almost too tired to talk, but it's amazing. Thank you to everyone at home watching the stream. We don't want to forget the thousands of people that are now watching Twitch and seeing what all of us are up to, and hope you can make it here one day. Yes. Okay, yes. Later we'll have the keynote, and nobody will want to miss the keynote. And then we'll have a special Vegas edition of CCP Presents, which will be very interesting too. And you're going to hear a lot about what CCP is going to be up to and what CCP is up to in these presentations. Click.
It's really, really awkward, isn't it? It's like...
I mean, I have strong hands, but this is ridiculous. So, for those who bought tickets for the pub night tonight and the high roller experience, we're going to gather at the pool area at 6:30 and head to the giant centrifuge that you've seen up there, where you'll experience Las Vegas skyline at 12 Gs and have some drinks and a nice chat. It's really, really amazing. But actually, it's a relatively slow and comfortable ride that takes about half an hour, and it's great to hang out and watch the views. And then we'll end up on the promenade next to the hotel, and each of us is then free to let the night lead the way, which is, always going to be good.
That was random, but okay. Yeah.
Yes. We'll take it. Tomorrow's main presentations will be on Resource Wars, the new co-op session gameplay coming in Lifeblood, the bright and exciting future of Upwell structures in EVE Online. And we'll have a presentation about upcoming changes and additions to ships and balance and modules and all those things that some of you probably use from time to time. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to go through here. High-level stuff today, details tomorrow and Sunday. And let's not forget the awesome player presentations that have always been a big part of eVegas. We have some really good ones that you definitely should check out.
Yeah, let's give these guys a round of applause, in fact, because it's not difficult to get up on a stage, It's a tough job,
It is. Like, especially with the clicking, my fingers are all broken. Okay, so go and check out the digital schedule for more details on all of this. But speaking of parties, does anybody like parties? It's good to hear, I myself like to party, so we're going to have a party Saturday night at Dre's nightclub. We scouted, we came here this spring and we scouted like 10 different clubs, and this one was our absolute favorite.
You've got such a tough job, man.
I know. Like, it's like going to clubs all the time. Like, well, when you have to go to like 5 clubs a day and like, in half an hour each, that's kind of hard. So, actually hard. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm not selling this well, but okay. You got to take my word for it. Okay, so yeah, we're going to kick it off with an open bar, and then it's going to open to the public at 10. But everybody is welcome to stay. The bar is right on the club is right on top of the Cromwell, which is like right next door. You'll just find it easy to go to, and you'll get whisked up to the roof where we have like pools. I wonder who's going to be the first to jump in. I'm not encouraging anyone to do that, by the way. And then we're going to have like an open bar. The permaband is going to play. And then once the public starts flowing in, this club is significantly bigger than the Chateau if you were here last year, so there's going to be plenty of room for everybody. It actually takes a long time to fill this club up, and anybody who meets the dress code can stay. As always, the dress code is an ambiguous thing that we'll get into a little bit later. And then we're going to have Big Sean playing. Yeah. Not a lot of 20-year-olds in the room, but he's good. He's good. He's good. I went and listened to a bunch of his stuff on YouTube. He's got a bunch of big hits. He's been working with people like Drake, Kanye, Katy Perry, now the Perma Band, kind of. So yeah, he's going to be really good. It's going to be a good club experience for those who stay. But the dress code is kind of like, it's always a little ambiguous, like what you can't wear. Like, don't wear like Timberlands, Jordans, like, I don't know where they mention those brands, but there's a lot of things you can't do. But just, you know, nice, casual, chic attire that looks good and feels good. Basically, if I were to sum it up, I would say, you know, just don't wear anything that, you know, Big Sean would wear to the club. You'll be fine.
I also, I heard that he is actually not big. He's somewhere between my height and your height, so I don't know how that works.
This is true. Seems to be some sort of marketing. He's like, yeah, it's like, he would be called Medium Sean if I was on his marketing team.
We're gonna meet this Big Sean.
At the club.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, we're gonna have, yeah. Yes. Yeah, okay. I lost my train of thought here. We're going to have CCP.is and CCP Shark on Sunday talking about their awesome events that will be happening in the winter and what's going to be happening with the agency in the Lifeblood expansion. Then we'll also have CCP Blue Screen with us, who's going to be talking about what the audio and graphics team is doing in Lifeblood and beyond. So that's going to be very, very exciting. And then, of course, we're going to have the closing ceremony. So that's sort of the main beats of the presentation schedule taken care of. And then after hours, you'll just have to figure it out for yourself a little bit. And then, yes, the schedule can be found there. Those who are watching at home from on Twitch, you can go, just make sure that you check the right times, because the times on the schedule are local time here, and you've got to do some calculations. But the schedule is also posted on the community site, the EVE community site, so you can see the schedules with UTC times, EVE times there. And there's, you guys can take part in the stream as well. At certain hours, you'll be able to go to the set and give shout-outs to your friends at home, so you can get on live TV and do whatever you want. So.
Oh God.
Yeah, maybe like within some limits. You guys.
Never say you can do whatever you want, for the love of God.
I trust you guys. You guys are good with limits. That's what I think. And we're going to have all kinds of things happening on the stream. We have a dueling station set up, so people are going to be able to go and duel. Like, not everybody, we don't have time for that, but at some point, when we need some you know, massive entertainment to happen, we'll get some people there to fight it out on the live stream. So if you have some amazing ideas for matches that should happen, let us know. Mm-hmm. And we have some streamers. We have some streamers here.
Wow, we've got some strong opinions in the audience
really
today.
Strong opinions. The limits. Remember the limits, guys. So we have a bunch of streamers. I caught these two earlier. We also have a lot more. Bjorn B is here. I met Frank the Bank yesterday. Rain is here. A lot more streamers. And let's go back to that one. And yeah, they're going to be streaming from the set also on their own channels and helping us out on the stream a little bit if they feel like it. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So give them a shout out. And follow their channels. Of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening on social media. So how you can get involved, for example, if you use Snapchat, you can go and contribute to the EVE Vegas 2017 story that we set up. So if you're a friend of if you follow EVE Online, which you should, then you can contribute to the story. So random, again with the limits. This is sort of like, you know, make it good, but not too good.
I won't be on Snapchat. No.
I'm daring people to do things here. It's probably going to end badly. And then I'm handling our Instagram feed. So like I'm doing like Instagram live stories, and CCP.is is doing Snapchat. So that's also something you can keep eyes on. And of course, the EVE Vegas hashtag is everywhere. And that's over to
I get
Mr.
back
Falcon.
the clicker of death.
Yes, I warmed it up for you.
And of course, Yeah, I'm going to break my thumb trying to fiddle with this thing, but you know. Of course, in addition to all this existing programming, we've been trying something new as well this year. So we have a screening of Blade Runner 2049 in support of the Able Gamers charity. So this is going to be screened over at United Artists Showcase Theatre 8, which is over by the MGM Grand. CCP has already paid full costs for the screening, and all proceeds from you guys, from ticket sales, go to the Able Gamers charity. We've already raised over $4,500. So that's super cool. That said, we still have a few tickets left, so if you do want to come along, you can head to the registration area and you can pick up tickets there.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
The Las Vegas monorail runs directly from the link to the MGM Grand, so it's a short walk either end, and it's no problem at all. It's easy to get over there.
Yeah.
We'd also like to give a huge shout out to our 20 VIP ticket holders, who will each receive a signed frame thank you from the eVegas team before the screening on Sunday. These guys, give them a round of applause. They all paid $100 for a ticket, so... And charity is always, it's a really big part of Vegas each year. And this year we've chosen to support Able Gamers. So for those of you who don't know, Able Gamers is a leading non-profit organization that's dedicated to bringing greater accessibility to video games. So the people with limited mobility or long-term illnesses, like chronic conditions, can benefit from a greater quality of life through both entertainment and social enrichment that comes out of gaming. The organization promotes open dialogue, education, research, and funding grants to assist with making gaming more accessible, so that those who have trouble with physical movement can get a little bit more involved and do more. You can find out a lot more about what they do at ablegamers.com. You can also tune into Accessible Gamer on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/accessiblegamer, where Gommel Knox actually streams quite a bit, and he's a really big patron for Able Gamers as well.
Yeah, awesome.
The clicker of death. It's not going to go.
You gotta put your wrist. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So we chose Able Gamers this year after seeing the fantastic effort that the community put together in order to raise funds for just an incredible cause. It was really cool to watch, really humbling.
Yeah, it was great.
As hundreds of members of the community got together with the aim of raising 10 grand. The result, however, was ridiculous. As usual, you guys just take it one step far. In a good way this time, though. You guys don't mess around. The target was smashed 3.5 times over, with Evathon raising $35,000. And I actually got a really nice email from the president of Able Gamers, who was just like, holy shit, you guys are amazing. So big thank you from us. You guys did an incredible job.
Best community.
And of course, you know, there were celebrations had. This was the end of the stream after they hit 25 grand. And I just thought I'd put this up because Rain is always funny when she's freaking out.
Such a good picture. Yeah, we also want to point out that our cabal of streamers at Streamfleet have come together to make a T-shirt, which Rayton Harmon and friends have been leading the charge on this one, and they are making custom T-shirts that you can order at this URL. You can go there and order your own with your name on the back, and all proceeds will go to Able Gamers. And because we saw these things and we heard about them, and they asked us to mention them, and we liked them so much that we bought one for every dev coming to CCP. Yep. So we're going to be showing our support here, and we hope you go and do it too.
Yeah, it's good. So in support of Able Gamers this year, we're doing something a little bit different.
This one is good.
We don't have a silent auction this year, but we have 2 separate prize draws occurring rather than just one. So we have a blue giveaway and a red giveaway, signified by the colors of the tickets that you'll be able to get a hold of. It's really simple. We made this easy for you guys, so if you're really drunk, you can still take part. So, and I expect many of you to be very drunk, so this has to happen. Oh, I'm going to be very drunk. So, the blue giveaway is going to have 3 prizes. The first one, when my clicker works, is going to be one of every skin currently available on Tranquility. This doesn't include like Alliance Tournament prize skins and Event limited editions that were given out to winners, because we have to keep those exclusive to preserve the integrity of the event. But it includes everything else, because, you know, why not? Skins look cool. Another one is one of every piece of apparel, or apparel. I got it wrong again. My boss is laughing at me.
Words are hard.
Words are difficult. So yes, one of every piece of clothing and stuff available on Tranquility. And then we've got a biggie. Someone is going to win 15 years of Omega time. So that, at rough market value, that's about 270 billion ISK. So why not, you know, it's Vegas. But we kind of thought, what can we do to make, like, to top that? So we're going to do a red giveaway too. And yeah, we thought, screw it, why not? Someone's coming to FanFest next year. So the red winner will win a trip to FanFest to celebrate the 15th anniversary. And this is basically going to include, wow, I did all of these lines individually, so I'm going to be clicking for 15 minutes.
Yeah, jeez.
So, return flights will be included. Private airport transfers, 6 nights of hotel accommodation, VIP studio tour, and you'll sit down with us for lunch and chill out, have a good time, and an all-access FanFest pass, which will include FanFest access, obviously, pub crawl, charity dinner, and party on top of the world. So, the lucky person who wins this will have this itinerary. They'll arrive on April the 10th in Iceland. When my clicker works, they'll arrive faster than this thing does. They'll have their VIP office tour and lunch on the 11th. On the 12th, 13th, and 14th, they'll have 3 days of FanFest. And then they're going to need an R&R day on the Sunday, because, you know, we know how you guys like to party. And then the 16th, they'll depart Iceland. So this is up for grabs as part of the red ticket. Well, it is the red ticket draw.
Can people buy both of those tickets?
Yes. So if you want to be in for both of these draws,
you don't have
feel
to
free,
pay,
you know. Stack the odds in your favor.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. So, how do you get involved with this? So, you need to play Spark and score a point, or play Valkyrie, Warzone, and score a kill. Then you just come and find me, this guy. We have a suggested $5 donation per ticket. Winners will be drawn at the closing ceremony, and you need to be at the closing ceremony to claim the prize. You have to be there. And it's going to be cash only, no credit and debit cards, because we're not that technologically advanced. Also, I just really like money in my hands, so it's all good. There's a couple of rules, though. You're going to need to have a valid passport to travel. You're also going to need to be over 18 years old. We can't sell tickets to anyone under 18. Full contest rules are on the community portal. It's just our standard contest policy that you'll be able to see on a support portal on community.evenline.com. And obviously, CCP's discretion is on winners is final. That's just one of those things that we have to say. Our lawyers get really angry with us. Yeah. But now, when the clicker works, let's talk a little bit about the future.
The future.
No, this was last year. The last year, yeah, we're doing first. Yeah.
Yes. So, FanFest is a lot of fun. Who here was at last FanFest? Yeah. Hey. Who's going to win the ticket and come to the next one? Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so FanFest is obviously the biggest player gathering we've had for a long time. But there's player gatherings happening all over the place thanks to you guys. So since FanFest happened, we've had player gatherings in these locations organized by players, which is super nice. It's really, really cool to see this pop up in every town all over the place. Not every town, but we're working on it. We want that to be the future. But we want to talk about, we just want to give shout outs to the few bigger events remaining for the rest of the year. There's G-Fleet taking place in Germany, coming up soon.
It's like next weekend, right?
Yeah. It's awesome. Like lots of, it's a multi-day event. They have a cosplay theme and
they have so much beer.
Try out, so much beer. It's crazy. Food, beer, it's Germany. It's great. And then we have Eve Dublin. They also have beer.
So much beer.
Yeah. So this is their first multi-day event, and they're going to make it really great. We're sending people to these events, of course. And then we have Amsterdam. Yeah.
They have beer.
Yes, beer. Beer is what it is. And
here you guys have that in Nevada now too. So
lots of beer, yes. And this is like this is considered the biggest organized multi-day event out there run by players. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we have Eve London, which is sort of the oldest, most prestigious pub gathering there is, and it's the biggest, of course, and it's really awesome. Really easy to get to for a lot of people. So if you want information on any events coming up that might be close to you, go to evemeet.net and you'll find it. And if you don't find one close to you, just make it happen. It's not that complicated. All you need to do is decide to do it, advertise on the forums. You can even ping us, and we can give you some things to give out if you give us enough lead time. And we'll help you advertise and get people there. So make people, make your town an Eve town. But there's something.
Yeah,
more.
Well, let's talk about something a little bit closer to home now for us. And let's talk about FanFest 2018, which begins on April 12th in the home of EVE Online's development team, Reykjavik in Iceland. Some of you obviously have been before. You know that it's a wonderful, if a little bit chilly place. And it's always nice to be out there. For 2018, we'll be back at the Harbour again, once again. And we'll have an amazing show for you guys as we kick off celebrations for the 15th anniversary of EVE Online. It's going to be pretty incredible. I mean, like 1.5 decades, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been here for all of it.
So we're going to have presentations and roundtables galore as we celebrate the 15th anniversary, and we start the process of charting a course that will take us towards the 3rd decade of EVE Online. So it's going to be pretty crazy, and we've got very, very big plans to make FanFest quite large next year. And we'll be taking Reykjavik downtown by storm with the 15th anniversary. We recently confirmed permission with the city and the police to hold the world's first internet spaceships parade in downtown Reykjavik.
Why not?
So what I am going to say, if I do not see a 35-foot tall middle management dino, I'm going to be very disappointed. And a fat bee the length of a bus. That's what we need too. Got to represent everyone.
Yes.
And of course, there's going to also be the now legendary FanFest pub crawl, which pretty much just traumatizes downtown Reykjavik for a week. We'll be sure to pack as many capsuleers into downtown Reykjavik as possible to celebrate 15 years. And we want to make sure that as many of you guys can be there as possible, because it's going to be so cool. And finally, there's the party on top of the world as well. We'll be celebrating New Eden's 15th anniversary in style. And who better than Permaband to perform, you know? It's always going to happen. But we've also signed up Bass Hunter to come by as well, and he's also going to be playing the set for us. And it turns out he actually visited our office a little bit earlier this year, and he is also an absolutely enormous, colossal EVE nerd, just like all of us. So he's going to be coming out of FanFest, and he's going to be taking it easy with us.
He minds a lot.
Yeah.
He minds a lot. Multiple accounts.
Just for the people who persistently complain to me on Twitter about multi-boxing, he's not using IS Boxer there. Just saying. So if you've ever had FanFest on your bucket list, 2018 is absolutely the year to be there. You've got to make it to Iceland. We've got some massive plans for FanFest, and it's going to be more awesome than ever before. Yeah. To kick things off on the road towards FanFest, by the power of the little clicky thing in my hand, which might work, you might be a bit delayed in buying FanFest tickets. No, there we go. Tickets are now on sale.
Oh, they're sold out.
Oh, well, you guys beat me to it. Fuck it. They're gone.
Yeah, so,
So, head on over to fanfest@eveonline.com, pick your tickets up. I guess they went out. I actually have in my notes here, pick up your tickets at the cheapest price before we sell out of the first batch. Oh, well. They're always ahead of us.
I
One
know.
step ahead every single time.
So, How do they do it?
F5. So now let's look beyond 2018 into 2019, because we have something different happening. No. A little earlier, Guard showed off this slide right here. But I want to look at this in map form, and now I feel like a Bond villain, which is super cool. I'm going to take over the world. So let's put all those gatherings on a map, like this. And let's add the gatherings from the list we just saw for 2017. And these are these are regular, some of them monthly, some of them occur annually, once every couple of years, that kind of thing. And there's 4 clear areas that really start to emerge here. There's East and West Coast, there's Euro, and there's all our favorite Aussies down on the bottom of the world there. Wonderful guys. But guess what? More FanFest. All of the FanFests. Multiple FanFests. all over the world. 4 of them, in fact. In 2019, instead of having one FanFest in Iceland, we're taking FanFest on the road, and we're bringing it to you guys in 4 locations across the world. So it's going to be more accessible.
I'm packing my bags already.
We know that for a lot of you guys, especially the guy out here who shouted that it was really far away earlier, we do geography, we know this. Especially those in the States and those in the Far East Australia, it's a long and grueling, sometimes super expensive trip. It can be really costly, and for some people who have families, goldfish, 17 cats, you know, that kind of thing, it'd be super difficult to get arranged and make a trip abroad. So we want to make sure that everyone gets to experience it. So, what does this mean for 2019? We've been talking with a couple of our player gathering hosts. We've been talking with Deirdre Val from Amsterdam. So we're going to do FanFest Amsterdam, basically. We're also going to do FanFest Down Under as well. So we'll be taking the crew to Australia, and we'll be having some fun down under as well. We've been talking to Chimera, Otto Bismarck, Bam Stoker, a couple of others about really making things happen. We want these events to maintain their regional flavor, though. We don't want to go in, take over, and mess all up the good work that you guys up. But we want to put the strength of CCP's events team and our budget behind making them much larger, much more prominent, with more developers, more reveals, more content, and more spaceships for you guys. We want the community to be involved as well, which is why we'll be making sure that the guys who organize these events right now will still be a key part of how they run and feel. So if you go to Amsterdam this year, and then you go in 2019 to FanFest Amsterdam, we want it to feel the same. We want you guys to be at home at these events, and we want you to enjoy them. And of course, FanFest Vegas too. Let's get back to the map for a second, though. And you'll see there's one area you haven't spoken about yet. There's some amazing gatherings on the east side of North America. There's DC, New York, Philly, Northeast, Boston, Toronto. That's just a few. Yeah. Huh?
Boston. Yeah.
Oh, you got opinions already. And this is where we get into the next one. We're still deciding exactly where we want to have a large-scale East Coast gathering, because they're dotted all over the place. We've considered Florida, New York, DC, Boston, a few others, and we'd love to hear what you guys think. Not right now, but we'd like to hear what you guys think. So feel free to catch up with the community team over the course of eVegas and let us know. For those of you at home who are watching on stream, shout out in Twitch chat or hit us up on Twitter on the eFanFest hashtag and let us know what you think. We want to hear. We want to create this with you guys, and we want it to be a fantastic experience. We're trying something new, something different, and hopefully it's going to work out awesome. So what does this mean for Iceland in 2019? We'll still be hosting a gathering in Reykjavik, but it'll more than likely be further into the summer when the weather's not total crap, basically. With a budget usually allocated to FanFest in Iceland going towards hosting our 4 big events on a global scale, it'll be a smaller affair. Similar to the bar gatherings that are hosted across the world, or maybe even a barbecue if it's warm enough to unfreeze the steaks and sausages and stuff like that. So don't despair. If you still want to head on over for a beer or two on top of the world, there'll be an opportunity to do so in 2019. In addition to these 4 major events in 2019, we'll also be looking to significantly bolster support for existing player gatherings too. It's been incredible to watch the gatherings hosted by you guys evolve over the last 15 years, and we really want to start to give back in a much more meaningful way. This is one of the things that the community team always get hammered about, player gathering event support. We need more, and we want to make that happen. I can still remember some of the first gatherings I went to in London, back in 2003, 2004, that were hosted by dirty Minmatar role players. And they're always fantastic. There's always an incredible atmosphere. We want to push towards the 3rd decade with even more of a focus on being right in the mix with you guys and as close to the action in the community as we possibly can be. So, when the clicker works, keep an eye out for more information on this and as we move forward with planning. And if you have any questions, you can catch us right here at Vegas, or you can get a hold of me and Guard via our Twitter handles, anytime. Apart from like 3 o'clock on a Saturday morning when we are very drunk. Yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot as well. Oh, yeah, that's not quite right. That's right, okay, yeah. So, that's better. Mark down these dates, because in 2020 we'll be back in Reykjavik for the Party on Top of the World for FanFest. We've already booked the dates at Harper, and we'll be making sure that we go back to Reykjavik in style after taking FanFest on the road for a year. So, it's going to be good. If you can make it, we definitely want to see you guys do so.
Tickets are not on sale, but they will be,
tickets are not on sale for that yet. Or maybe they're actually just sold out.
Yeah, maybe they just sold out like a... Who knows, who knows?
Well, shit. So, with a little bit about FanFest 2018 in the future now out in the open, let's move back to Vegas. Let's talk about the Vegas store. A lot of you guys have already been there, I can see. I saw the queue earlier. We've got a whole line of new merchandise here for you guys this year, so if you're looking to pick up EVE swag, head on through next door to Social PvP for a look at what's on offer. We've got all kinds of new stuff. Mugs, posters, all manner of things, internet spaceships. There's all kinds of... We've even made a calendar for next year, too.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. It lists
awesome.
a load of key dates, community achievements, landmarks in the game, that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's really nice. And the store's going to be open during programming hours for the whole of EVE Vegas. So head next door when you get some time away from presentations and roundtable if you want to take a look and pick some cool stuff up.
Don't make us carry anything back, please.
In addition... oh, God. In addition to CCP created merchandise, we also ran a competition to design your own EVE-themed t-shirt that we put into the store here at Vegas. The winner was a guy called Zook Zhao, a capsuleer from all the way over in Shanghai who plays on Tranquility with this design that he called Evolution. It's nice, it's good fun.
It's awesome, yeah.
So this takes the spot by far as like my favorite piece of player-designed artwork in the whole of EVE history. This just, for some reason, it just kind of spoke to me when I saw it. Yeah. Like, it's really good.
Really good.
Really like it. And I'm going to be buying one of these tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Absolutely.
And with that, we're just about done. We're almost ready to head out into the EVE Online keynote, which is going to kick off in about 15 minutes, at 1500 PDT, after a short break. Before we head out into the keynote, though, we've got one member of the EVE Vegas crew who can't be here with us this year, our very own CCP Seagull. So, here's a quick message she's prepared for you guys, and we're going to have a little bit of a few words from her now.
Hello, Vegas. I wish we had clones in the real world so I could jump right in and be there with you at EVE Vegas. But I'm on parental leave for a few months with my newborn son, so you'll have to enjoy the event without me this year. The devs that are here, they have a great program for you about the game and all the details that you want about it. The Lifeblood expansion is just around the corner, and we have even more coming up this year, and some news about next year too. I'm very excited for all the changes that you'll hear about today and discuss over the next few days. Enjoy the show, and remember that all of the EVE developers who are there with you, they want to talk to you about EVE. So use the opportunity to get your ideas across in the roundtables, in the hallways, and at the bar. Have a great time in Vegas, everyone.
So, that's it from us for now, guys. And we will be back in around 15 minutes for the EVE Online keynote. So, we'll see you guys soon.
All right.